My 27 female, soon to be ex-husband, 37 male, forced me into an open marriage and is now telling everyone I cheated on him. How do I prove my innocence? 2 years ago, my husband asked me if we could open our marriage. Married for 3 years, together for five. When I said I wasn't comfortable with that, he said either we open our marriage or get a divorce. I didn't want a divorce, so I agreed to an open marriage. The next year was awful. He would flaunt all the girls he was sleeping with in front of me. He would even bring them to our apartment to sleep with them whilst I was home. He even slept with my now ex-best friend, Jane, and tried to have a threesome with us. When I tried to voice my concern, he dismissed them and said I had my chance to set rules when we first had the discussion. The only rule we had was that we had to use protection, and I couldn't complain now. After that first year, I ended up confiding in my friend Anna, 27. Anna and I have been friends since high school, but she never liked my husband, so we drifted after I got married. When I told her what was happening, she insisted I go back to work. My husband made me quit my job when we got married despite the fact I had a higher earning potential than him, and we've struggled with money since. She ended up connecting me with her brother, Leo, 30, who was the owner of a company in the field I was planning to pursue my career in. After an informal interview, he offered me a job. My husband wasn't happy and kept insisting I quit. He even offered to close our marriage if I would just quit, but I didn't want to be dependent on him again, so I refused. He even threatened divorce, but by this point, I was checked out of the relationship, so I didn't care. About 8 months later, Annie offered to let me move in with her since her roommate was moving out. I took her up on the offer and filed for divorce. Her and Leo helped me move my stuff out when my husband was at work. My husband has now been telling my family and friends that I was having an affair with Leo this whole time. I wasn't, but most of people believe him. Most of my friends are insisting I go back to my husband and have made comments about how I was trying to social climb by sleeping with Leo. They have been giving me a lot of lectures about how money isn't everything, and sometimes you find a good man who loves you, and you shouldn't throw him away just because someone else can offer you more materialistic stuff. Jane, in particular, is very vocal about what shit I am. Just for context, she used to like Leo back in high school, but he rejected her multiple times. So I think she's being especially vicious because she thinks something is really going on between us. I don't have any written proof about his whole open marriage fiasco, so I can show them that. Is there any other way I can convince them I wasn't sleeping around? How can I stop letting the rumors he's spreading affect me?
You can't convince people that are already close-minded. If you already told them your side and they refuse to believe it, then they are the type of people that you need to cut out of your life. There is always potential to form new relationships. You tell them I have already told you my side of things. If you don't care to believe me, then that's on you and your opinions on the matter. I couldn't care less. I know the truth and that is all that matters. Quote, do not let anyone guilt trip and don't feel pressured to go back to your husband. He is a dick and you deserve better. Your primary concern is your well-being and independency in the future. Do not let anyone you are in a relationship to force you to do anything that you are not comfortable with. You need to have standards and not put up with crap. Wow, leave your husband and all his terrible unsupportive friends behind. Your husband was so abusive and disrespectful towards you, and clearly none of your friends and family clued in. Time to start fresh with people who understand and believe in you. Life is so much better when you cut out toxic people, and it sounds like you've had a lot of it around you. Good luck. Look into what is called a smear campaign. Your ex is a narcissist and this is part of his control and manipulation. Don't engage and keep your true friends close. They are the ones who matter.
My ex-hubs forced me into an open marriage and didn't tell me about it at all. He then told everyone that I cheated on him after I left him. So, I 100% feel you on this. Here's the pill that's extremely hard to swallow. It doesn't matter. At all. Let them think what they're going to think. At best, you convince someone who already believed you to be a piece of shit that you're not that bad. At worst, you look like a panicked, crazed ex-wife. You don't need it. Why did he feel comfortable going to them and to? Why did they believe him without discussing it with you? In my case, anybody who wholesale believed him didn't belong in my life. Prune the branches. You don't need to convince anyone, they need to convince you why they should remain in your life, after not recognizing you were being abused, and then siding with your abuser. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Stay strong and know that the opinions and beliefs of others have absolutely nothing to do with anything. Wait, so Jane fucked your husband with you in the apartment, and then is mad/jealous about Leo? Drop these people. They are garbage. You don't need to convince anyone of anything, just don't communicate with them anymore. Your ex-husband is just mad because you left his sorry cheating ass. He thought that he would keep you wrapped around his finger, but you gained your power and control back and independence, and he doesn't like that, so he's being a little bitch and starting rumors to gain sympathy, so he looks like the good guy. He's just bitter you left him, and fucking good riddance to his husband. Why cute as for Jane, she's just a hater cause you married the guy she longed for who didn't want her back then. She fuck him out of spite, and looks pathetic egging him on, because it just shows her jealousy. I say ignore them and block them, and continue to live your life. He's only telling those lies, because when people find out the truth, they will find out what a piece of shit he really is. He's a loser, and him and Jane deserve each other. Have fun catching STDs, and don't let the door hit you ass in the way at the build you come. You are shining and daily, growing your strength back and blossoming into the woman you are meant to be. People can't stand to see others shine, and he's bitter you are doing better without him. Misery loves company, and you finally left his ass alone. Go ahead queen, do yoth anger low thorn q. Yeah, go no contact with these people. The ones assuming you're socially climbing or whatever clearly aren't close enough to you to know the truth and probably don't deserve to be. Your STBXH is a narcissist and probably has them all fooled, but guess what they are no longer your problem. Also, fuck Jane. She seems like a real class act. She should have cleared it with you first before boning your husband in your own home. She seems like a giant sleazeball. Good luck with the divorce, it'll all be fine. Just try your best to live well with a smile on your face, because that's exactly what your haters do not want, but also because you're free of them! I wish you the best in your career.